Carly Goshen will send it over, and the Mustangs will keep it alive. Now the attack from the far side, and it's down for the kill. Olivia Dorins. Chloe Hertz. Hertz pushes it in back there to Schmidt. Shot from the point. It's in! Off the stick of Taylor Leonards, excuse me, and it's 3-0. Taylor Leonards with the third goal for the Bismarck Blizzard on the shot from the point on the far side. And the Blizzard are running on all cylinders here in period number 41-37, 4:25 to go here as the Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. Kennedy Kuntz will pop that one up left center field. It's going back, and we have our first grand slam of the All-Star Series in 3 years. Hanson under center, drops back, looks near side. I believe that's Fulmo, and he's got it. Fargo South touchdown.
Kaylee Jackson, three-pointer up, and no, that one won't go in. Tana Litt pulls down the deep offensive board. She'll put up a three. That one's in, and we're tied.
Grothman won't be able to control it. The ball will escape over to the far sideline. Fargo Davies have come up that far sideline, and a nice through ball there, and this could be an opportunity. Centering pass, one-on-one. Was she outside? She was not. It's 1-0 Fargo Davies. Bad pitch here, and the bases are loaded. Line drive right into center field, and that will score one run. And rounding thirds, Lorich, and he'll score. It's a two-run RBI double for Casey Reaver. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, low and hard, and it's in! Off the stick to Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board! Press box here, the best we're able to. That one's going high left field, and running for it is Schwab, and she makes a diving catch! Wow, what a play by Cameron Schwab, the junior in left field, to end the inning.
Fantastic catch.
All right, welcome back. We're at the Blickery Activity Center here in, there we go, now we can hear each other, in Wahpeton on the ND Sports Channel. We're about 11 minutes away from tip-off of the girls' varsity game between the Wahpeton Huskies and the Breckenridge Cowgirls. And you can find us online, and you can follow us on Twitter. You can watch the games on YouTube and Facebook, and we're all there. This is actually games, that needs to be updated. This is actually game 635, I believe. And we want to say thanks to our sponsors, but we'll do that as soon as we tell you how to find us online. On Twitter at msportsnet, you can watch the games on YouTube, on youtube.com/ndsportschannel, and then facebook.com/msportsnetlive. We want to say thanks to the Wahpeton All-Sport Booster Club, along with Wahpeton Husky families who have pitched in to provide broadcast coverage for this afternoon and this evening's games. And if you'd like to hop on, you can put your business in front of hundreds of viewers per game, which equals thousands of viewers per month. And we have booster plans that start as low as $25 a month. And we also have sponsor plans at a monthly rate, or you can request a package to support your favorite team or teams. And you can get your promotion, your business on our website, on our YouTube, on our Facebook, on our Twitter. All of them have 1,000+ followers. Plus, we'll get a little scrolling message for you in our scoreboard, too, and to give you maximum game time exposure. So, also, player profiles, they're $125 a video, and you take donations for students who may not be able to afford that. Most tapings take less than an hour, and all the turnaround times are less than 72 hours, and in most cases, only 24 hours on the turnaround time. And all the softball videos that we do are done in partnership with Diamond Academy, and then we do all the other sports as well. And you can kind of see on the right-hand side of your screen there what one would look like at times and pitching skills and all that cool stuff for the softball anyway. And we do like all the other skills for the other sports as well. And if you are a senior who has signed a letter of intent to play sports in college, we would love to sit down and talk with you one-on-one. Just get your thoughts on how high school went for you, why you chose the college that you're going to. Plus, everybody's loved that middle segment where we have 10 questions. We have about 40 questions in a box. You have to draw 10 of them out of there. I don't know what the questions are. The person doesn't know what the questions are, the student, I should say. And that's always been a fun one. We're going to come back in a little bit here, and we'll take a look at the team profiles, upcoming game calendar, and all that other cool stuff. We're about 9 minutes away, and we'll come back after our first break here and finish up the pregame show in a minute. Since October 17, 2017, the Magnitude Sports Media Network has brought you over 550 games and a grand total of 115,000 plus viewers and listeners who have watched or listened to one of the 105 varsity, JV, or sub-varsity teams that have played in one of the 8 different sports that we have broadcasted from 40 cities and towns, including hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and swimming, with hopes of doing more in the future. Consider a donation or a sponsorship that'll give your advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you can expect. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. Thank you for being loyal viewers and supporters for the past 2 years.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. All right, welcome back here to the Blickery Activity Center here at the campus of North Dakota State College of Science. 6 minutes or so to go until we open up this broadcast here. And once again, you'll see this QR code throughout the entire pregame, entire postgame, and during all the commercial breaks. And if you just scan that with your phone, 3 donation options will pop up and a 4th box to make a custom donation. Those are used to replace faulty equipment and do some games when we have no sponsorships for games and all that other cool stuff as well. So coming up on our website there, you can check our upcoming game schedule at msportsnet.com. As you can see, we have one more game after the boys game tonight, and then we're back at Fargo Davies High School for a triple-header between the Eagles and the Spartans. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team profiles. Wahpeton Huskies, the girls this year, they're 2-9 at the moment. 1-5 when playing at home, 1-4 on the road or a neutral court, and 2-9 against EDC opponents. For the Cowgirls, they're 8-8 overall. They're 4-2 when they play at home, and 4-6 on a road or neutral court, and they're 4-6 in their section. And this would be considered a neutral court game for both the Huskies and the Cowgirls. We'll touch more on the boys in a little bit here. Before we go any further into our pregame show, once again, Mike Mason with you here, Janice on camera, and joining us for this broadcast, Joe Schreiner. Joe, how you doing today?
Hey, Mike, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Have you seen the Cowgirls? I know you've seen the Huskies play a couple of times this year. Have you seen the Cowgirls? What do you know about what do you know about this matchup, and who do you think has the edge in this?
Well, I think what's going to happen here is you're going to see a real close game here between the two tonight. Even though Breckenridge has the advantage in the record overall, I think you're going to see quite a good game here between the two. I think the Wahpeton seniors play an aggressive defense. I think they're going to turn up the intensity for this game, obviously, with the crosstown rivals. The border battle, so to speak. It's a pink game, so everybody's got their pink on, and it's going to be an intense game here between everybody. The Breckenridge Cowgirls come in, of course, with a lot of experience there, too. They're young. Riley Lorenz is probably their team leader. She's a senior that they've got on the roster that has had a lot of playing time through her playing career in the high school level.
I know Jordan Kaler, too, for the Huskies, just about a week or two ago, scored 1,000 points against the Fargo South Bruins. So she's obviously a player to watch. Who's one or two others that you'd suggest we keep our eyes on for the Huskies?
Yeah, you suggested Jordan Kaler. She got 25 last night against Valley City and had her normal, usual game. She's averaging just over 20 a game for the Huskies right now, so she's having a all EDC season again, like she has been for the last couple years. She was started as an EDC all conference player the last 2 years, and I'm sure she'll be in the line for it again this year. Also, to help her out in scoring, it usually varies. Sometimes she gets Emily DeVries to get double digits, and Haley Kerr has been hitting the three-point shot a lot lately for the Lady Huskies. So if you talk to Coach Watson in his 10th season will tell you that if he can get 2 or 3 girls in that double-digit scoring column, he's in better shape. So that'll be a key tonight for the Lady Huskies, to get at least 3 girls in double digits.
3 girls at 10 or more.
That's his keys to the game.
Cool. All right, well, hey, that's going to wrap up. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of this one here. We want to thank our sponsors one more time, including Wahpeton All-Sport Booster Club and the Wahpeton Huskies families for pitching in the support to make these broadcasts possible. We're going to take another timeout, and we'll come back in about 2 minutes with your starting lineups right after this here on the ND Sports Channel. Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Since October 17, 2017, the Magnitude Sports Media Network has brought you over 550 games and a grand total of 115,000 plus viewers and listeners who have watched or listened to one of the 105 varsity, JV, or sub-varsity teams that have played in one of the 8 different sports that we have broadcasted from 40 cities and towns, including hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and swimming, with hopes of doing more in the future. Consider a donation or a sponsorship that'll give you advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you can expect. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. Thank you for being loyal viewers and supporters for the past 2 years.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity.
All right, we're going to come out of that break a little bit early here. Actually, I think they're going to I totally forgot they're going to do the national anthem, aren't they? Okay, well, we'll get that break back in, that sponsor break back in there. It's a student singing the national anthem, so we'll keep it right here. Nice job on the singing of the national anthem there, and your starting lineups are up next. We'll turn it over to the PA announcer, assuming the PA announcer is loud enough for our mic. Otherwise, Joe and I will chat about your starters here.
Just a side note, that was Stacy Owens that sang the national anthem. Her husband is the athletic trainer for the Breckenridge Cowboys and Cowgirls, and he's also the athletic trainer here at the campus of NDSCS.
Very nice.
So she did a very nice job. I've heard her before.
What was her name again?
Stacy Owens.
Stacy Owens.
Starting lineup for the Lady Huskies.
All right, your starters for the Lady Huskies.
Scott Brewer and Patrick Dulon, and head coach Brian Watson. At one guard at 5'6", number 3, Haley Kerr. And at 5'7", number 12, Samantha Pithy. 5'11", senior number 23, Emily DeFries. And a 5'9", senior number 24, Jordan Kaler. And a 5'10", senior number 30, Cassie DeVillers.
All right, so there's your starters for the Wahpeton Huskies, and now for the Cowgirls.
Kayla Bowles and Tony Breckenridge, head coach Austin Indeck. And a senior number 11, 5'9", Riley Lorenz. 5'10", junior number 14, Jude Hell. And a 5'6", sophomore, number 20, Parsi Materi. 5'10", sophomore, number 21, Cameron Kaler. And a 6-foot junior, number 30, Grace Gonzinius.
All right, we'll go ahead and make an adjustment on our camera here to make sure that everything is set the way it should be. Get as close to the court as we possibly can with those black numbers on the green jerseys. It'll be not super difficult, but it'll be challenging, and we'll do the best that we can. Last time we saw the Cowgirls, they were 2-0, playing the 2-0 Barnesville Trojans team, and the Cowgirls would pick up the victory on that one. And this is the first time we've seen the Lady Huskies on the ND Sports Channel. We've seen the boys team this season already, and we'll see them again here in about an hour and a half from now. So we're underway now as the Cowgirls have won the tip. They'll get it under the near wing here into the hands of, that is Jude Held. They'll fire it back up top. Materi on the assist for the three-pointer. That's up and in, and the Cowgirls are on the board.
And that was Cameron Kaler that sunk that three-pointer. She was wide open on the wing on the far side, Mike, and she just drained that one.
And here's Haley Kerr now, and a couple passes later, they'll work it over to the far side. I believe that's Pithy on the far side, and it is. Pithy dribbles into the high post, and the ball is poked loose, and it'll come away here with the Cowgirls. I believe that's Jude Held, and now she'll pass it to Materi. Terry dribbles in, tries to feed it down low, and the ball will go out of bounds, stopping the clock with 17:10 to go here in the first half.
She was looking for the 6-foot Konzemius underneath there, the size advantage to Konzemius.
Baseline inbounds pass here from the C in the NDSCS baseline there. Right into Konzemius, up and a little bit too strong. And the rebound's pulled down there by the Huskies, Jordan Kaler. Kaler, as we mentioned in our pregame show, scored her 1,000th point about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago against the Fargo South Bruins.
The 5th Lady Husky to do so in the history.
Did you say the 5th one?
5th one, yeah.
5th one.
And right now she is number 3 on the scoring chart. She's number 3 overall. She has a good chance to be number 2. Number 1, of course, was Tyler Irwin, who's now at South Dakota State playing basketball for the Jackrabbits.
Here's a pop quiz. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
there.
that's all right. And Tylee's the number 1 scorer. She scored over 2,000. So Jordan might, nice interception there by Sam Pithy.
I was going to pop quiz you if you knew what year they all graduated.
That'd be kind of tough.
That's okay. 3-pointer on the way. I think that's Pithy. Care.
Haley Care's been opening up a lot on the 3-point shots lately for the Lady Huskies, Mike, and she just drained that one on her first look.
And as a result, we're tied at 3-3. Our first tie of the game. We'll keep track of ties and lead changes in this one for you. They work it down low through the fingertips there of Jude Held and out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock with 16:13 to go here in the first half.
The Cowgirls are going to look a lot to Jude Held for scoring underneath there. She's one of the leaders on the team.
Bringing it over the timeline here is Haley Care. Care with her back to her defender, and now she'll feed it down to the baseline for the jumper, a little too strong out of the hands there of Pithy, and the Cowgirls will bring it back the other way. A little under 16 minutes to go. That is Riley Lorenz here on the near wing in the corner, and that'll be a reach-in foul on the Wahpeton Huskies.
That was on reaching foul there around the side, Sam Pithy. Sam Pithy's the defensive specialist for the Lady Huskies. She'll get a lot of fouls throughout the game. You'll see a lot of fouls as the night goes on. Oh,
Inbounds pass comes directly to Jude Held for the bucket. 5-3 now in favor of the Cowgirls.
Nice inbound play there by the Cowgirls to get that point.
Just over 15 and a half to go, and the ball's poked away, and it's a one-on-one back the other way here. And the Cowgirls will win that. The bucket goes to Jude Held.
Jordan Kaler was careful on that one not to get her first foul.
7-3, excuse me, as number 3, Care has the basketball. I think where I'm getting that number 3 mixed up, I think number 3 in the JV game was Pithy. I can't remember. But anyways, it's Care in this game, and that's what matters the most. And that will stop the clock with 15:06 to go, and we have a foul, our first one on Breckenridge. It was a jump ball. Never mind.
Jump ball.
Okay. So the Huskies will get the possession arrow. Inbounds from the baseline. Looking around, has got to get it in quickly, and she does. Now they'll work it up top to Care. Care looking to the left, looking to the right, directing traffic. Now she'll put the ball on the floor. One dribble, pop it into the hands there of DeVillers. And DeVillers will hand it off for Ponytails covering up the number. I think it was DeBreeze.
Yes,
and it was.
Kaler took the shot there on the penetration drive, and she was fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. Jordan likes to penetrate a lot, Mike. You'll see that here throughout the game, that she'll penetrate the lane a lot on her dribble drives, and she'll draw the foul.
Jordan Kaler with the purple shoes. That'll be an easy one to remember. The first free throw's up and in. And point assigned to the wrong side. We apologize. It is 7-5 and not 8-5.
Trap up in near the half court line there. Huskies are in a trap, half court zone trap. Oh.
And now a quick whistle stop the clock with 14:36 to go here in the first half of play. It's a 2-point game, one possession.
Jordan Kaler picks up her first foul. She stuck her left leg out there to try and stop Jude Held from penetrating and drew the foul.
Jordan Kaler with 1, the Huskies with 2.
Jordan penetrates and drive, just hard off the rim.
And this is, I believe that's Riley Lorenz, right? Number 11? Yep,
yes,
sure is, yeah. I'll work it up top. Materi to Lorenz, straightaway 3, 19-9, and out won't go. Rebound comes down to the hands of Kaler. Kaler will bounce in the backcourt there for Care. Now back to Kaler. Once again, Kaler with the purple shoes. That shouldn't be too hard to remember, right, Joe?
Yeah, that's right. Penetration drive again by Kaler. She saw the left side of the lane open. She can shoot left-handed or right-handed on those layups. She's normally a right-handed shooter, but she saw the left side open, took the penetration drive, and drew the foul.
And she'll go to the line for the second time this evening.
She gets the ball from the referee, and she puts it up in a hurry.
And just as you say it, she does exactly that. 7-6 and a chance to tie it up here for the Huskies if she can connect on this next free throw here.
I'll jinx her here now, Mike. 78% free throw shooter on the season, and sure enough, she misses.
Oh.
I'm going to quit doing that.
I've learned to do that in the past. Either that or knock on wood for good luck for.
Yeah.
What I mean, you're kind of. I mean, unless you you're like a parent of a Wahpeton Husky, if you live in this area, you're kind of cheering for both teams here. Would you say that's accurate or not?
That's true. You just want to see a good game here, and I think we're still going to see a good game. Shot up by DeVillers was a little too strong off the backboard.
Cowgirls will bring it over the timeline here with 13:38 to go in the first half, leading by 1. 2 fouls for each team. Over on the far wing, bounce pass up towards the top. Stops at the high post, gets it to Lorenz in the near corner. Cross court over to the far wing. They work it back inside. I think that was Conzemius, and the second effort will drop in.
The height advantage there for Conzemius underneath. She just did it and put it right back up.
And we have a timeout on the floor. So we'll take a timeout with them as well. It is 9-6 with 13:14 to go here in the first half of play. And back in a moment on the ND Sports Channel.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you. And selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber. But all right, we'll come out of that break a little bit early here. 13:14 to go, and the Cowgirls will get it in the backcourt.
Just a little bit too strong of a pass intended for Jordan Kaler. Was picked off there by Jude Held.
Right in front of the stripe there. We're trying to zoom in on the camera to get the jersey numbers. That's Jude Held. Pushes in the corner here for Lorenz. I think I'm going to do is move my scorebook over a little bit. And Held with the triple.
They said Jude Held has been a strong player for the Cowgirls here for the last couple seasons, and she's proven it here again.
12-6 as the Cowgirls have doubled up here on the Huskies. 12.5 to go here in the first half, and a whistle on the stoppage and play. 12:31.
Foul there, a little reaching foul by Conzemius. She reached in a little too aggressively there and drew the foul on pass intended for DeVillers. And Diana Ellert's going to check in for the Lady Huskies here. Diana Ellard's an offensive threat here coming off the bench for the Lady Huskies. And Sam Pithy's going to sit down.
All right, so the inbounds pass will come in now. And yeah, this is working much better. I can see at least the Wahpeton jersey numbers this time around. Haley Kerr with the basketball, driving down the far side of the lane and drops it in.
Nice penetration drive by Haley Kerr on the right side of the lane. She got it up and in.
Haley Kerr with 5 points now, and along the near sideline. Whistle as our scoreboard was covering up what happened.
She got Haley got a little aggressive and pushed Carson Material a little bit there.
So that'd be three.
First foul.
That'd be 3 team fouls per side then.
Sorry, Mike.
No, you're good.
And a little trap there, half-court trap there by the Lady Huskies.
Materi will get the ball back up top here. Looking around, she'll put the ball to the floor, dribble over to the far wing. 3 on the way, and a little strong on that one. And getting the rebound there is Kerr. No, check that. It's Kaler.
I think they called the offensive foul there on Jordan. Yeah, they did. I don't think the basket's going to count, is it?
I think you're right, Joe. That will not count. It'll go to the Cowgirls. And that'll be team foul number 4 on the Huskies.
That'll be Jordan's second personal there. She's got a tendency to get in foul trouble once in a while, so that picks up her second personal foul. That's going to be something for Coach Watson to watch.
Far side and a traveling call. So I'll stop the clock with 11:33, and the Huskies will get the ball back off the turnover.
Emma Elenden checked in for the Cowgirls there, and checking in now for the Lady Huskies is Lydia Model.
Lydia Model for the Lady Huskies.
We saw a lot of action from Model in that junior varsity game earlier today. And that one rolls off the rim. Out of bounds and should stay with the Huskies.
As old Jim Adelson would say, got the coffee but no roll. Rolled off the rim for her.
11:21 and counting to go here in the first half. Cowgirls bring it over the timeline.
Dating myself there by saying Jim Adelson, aren't I?
No, you're not. You're only dating yourself if you admit to, if you bring that up, in my opinion. So bounce pass near side here. That is Jude Held. Work it inside for Consemius. She'll power away to the bucket, and no, it's a traveling call.
Yeah, she moved her pivot foot a little bit too much there, and this isn't the NBA yet. So Consemius got whistled for the turnover. Cowgirls coming out in the full court press here, man to man.
They'll put it into the hands now of Haley Kerr. I keep wanting to say Carr, but I'll make sure it's mentally noted that it's Kerr.
Yep.
So appears DeVries has the purple shoes and the pink socks. So DeVries, excuse me.
Yep.
And now bringing it back here for the Cowgirls was Cameron Kaler.
Cameron's sister Ashton used to play for the Cowgirls a lot. They played on the court a lot when Cameron was a freshman.
Passing it back and forth, top of the key around the perimeter. Now it's finally into the hands of Emma Elend. Elend with a bounce pass out to Materi. Materi works it back up top, and Materi will get it back.
Abby Johnson in for the Cowgirls too as well. She saw some JV time.
3 on the way, a little bit strong. Won't go on a foul. They'll stop the clock with 10:07 to go here, and that'll be the 4th team foul on the Cowgirls.
I think that was on, it was on Abby Johnson. She just was a little too aggressive on going for that ball.
Back to action now, and it is the, I can't see who that is. That
was Diana Allard.
Okay, Allard, gotcha. And a whistle, and it was just off camera there. I'm not sure what the foul was. Did you catch it, Joe?
It was an illegal pick there by Haley Kerr.
Haley Kerr with the foul.
Haley Kerr had a moving screen there, so they called her on that. Consemius checks back in for the Cowgirls, and Sam Pithy comes back in for the Lady Huskies. Haley Kerr to go sit down. She's got 2 fouls also, Mike.
9:55 to go on the inbounds pass here.
It's a little early foul trouble for the Lady Huskies right now. 2 girls with 2.
And a long 3 from about 21 feet out. Rattles in and out. Rebound comes down to the hands of DeVries, and they'll quickly work it down court here into the hands of Allard. And Allard,
she gets hammered there.
Will get, as you said, hammered. I like that.
I think it's Riley Lorenz. We'll see what he says. Nope, it wasn't. I think it was on Carsey Materi, the way it looks.
Materi gets the foul. I'll make a mental note there. I don't think I was saying it right. And the free throw is just a little bit off. Allard at the free throw line for the Huskies.
Allard averaging 4 points a game for the Lady Huskies right now. She plays some JV time as well.
Second free throw on the horizon, and it's up, and it's in. That makes it a 1-possession game at 12-9. Favor of the Cowgirls. We kind of saw this in the girls' JV game. Cowgirls would get a lead, but the Huskies would stick around, and we know how that end result came about. So see if the Cowgirls can prevent that from happening a second time here. Shot up a little bit strong. Goes into the hands there of Sam Pithy for the rebound. She'll bring it up over the timeline with 9:15 and counting to go. And she'll throw an elbow, but I believe it'll be a defensive foul instead.
Emma Elend picks up that one, Mike.
Emma Elend with her first. That is team foul number 6 on the Huskies.
The ball handler for the Huskies is Haley Kerr, and so with her on the bench now with 2 fouls, it's going to be a lot of focus on Sam Pithy as their ball handler.
Number 21 for the Huskies. I don't have her on my roster.
That's Lydia Model. Sorry. I know it's Model.
I'll have to write that one in.
And here comes number 31. I don't think she's on your roster either, Mike. That's McKenna Kulmo. So McKenna Kulmo checks in for Ayanna Allard. she'll do some ball handling duties now for the Lady Huskies.
Just under 9 minutes to go. And also, that's Cassie DeVillers, number 30, I believe.
Yep.
And now going to the hoop was Kuhlmo.
Kuhlmo likes to penetrate a lot too. She'll draw the foul when she goes in there, and if she doesn't, she'll make it in the bucket.
12-9 with 8.5 to go. From the high post, a shot from Jude Held is a little bit off the mark, and the loose ball.
Blocked, Mike.
I missed that one, so I appreciate you catching that.
There's Kuhlmo driving, and she's drawing the foul, Mike. She's going to go to the line for the and one.
So a chance to get one more here, and makes it 12-11, and we put we signed the points on the wrong side there. Apologize. So a chance to tie the game here. Last time we were tied, the score was 3-3. Breckenridge took a lead at 5-3. They haven't given up the lead yet.
Hey, Christy Green's listening here. Thanks for listening in, Christy. From Breckenridge.
And for the tie.
Kuhlmo
It's
with
in.
3 points
We're
away.
tied.
Like I said, she likes to drive and penetrate a lot too, so we'll see what the Cowgirls do now to answer this one, Mike.
They'll work it over to the far wing to start. Over on the far side there, it's Emma Eland. Eland into the corner, now back up top, Jude Held. Held working it in for Kazemius, but the ball's tipped away, and it ends up in the hands there of Kuhlmo. And Kuhlmo up to her teammate, that was Model, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Model for 2 on the breakaway layup there. It was good watching there by Kuhlmo. A couple of young girls there getting some playing time because of foul trouble by the Huskies.
Huskies have their first lead of the game at 14-12. We've had 2 ties and 2 lead changes. We'll see what happens here on this possession for the Cowgirls. They'll work it around the perimeter. Back up top into the hands there, Eland. Eland fires it back over far side. And down low for Kazemius off the glass and in.
Nice little jump pass there by Jude Held in to find Kazemius, and Kazemius with her height advantage took advantage of that one and put an easy 2 in.
Huskies will work it out into the corner. With the ball there, I believe that is, or was, Pithy.
And she stepped on the sideline there, in the back line there, Mike, so a turnover on the Lady Huskies.
7:10 to go here in the half. And we're knotted up at 14. Once again, we've had a total of 3 ties and 2 lead changes, 1 for each team.
Anna Erickson in for the Cowgirls. It's in the far
They'll
corner.
work it over far side. And high post there, number 11 was Riley Lorenz, I believe. If memory serves me correctly. Jude Held with a catch and shoot 3. In and out, won't go. Battle for the rebound. The Huskies will recover it, put it into the hands there of Sam Pithy.
Same referees as the girls had last night against Valley City, Mike.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Up top, that is, I have to keep looking at the JV roster. There's Model, and now Model gets it to Kuhlmo. They'll work it back around into the far corner.
Penetration drive.
And that one won't go. Kazemius will get the rebound. Still tied at 14 with 6:18 and counting to go here in the first half of play. Team fouls are actually 7-5 instead of 6-4. We'll make that adjustment there. As the Cowgirls work it up top. Now it's poked away and out of bounds.
Sam Pithy made a nice defensive play there. Tipped the pass away, tried to control it, but she just couldn't keep her feet in bounds there. She had 1 foot on the line.
A for effort, though, no doubt about it. Cowgirls will inbound it from the near sideline just in front of the midcourt stripe.
Right there by where the water was leaking that you talked about earlier,
yeah.
too. Could be a dangerous situation, but they do have a player sitting there watching that.
So just under 6 minutes to go, and I believe that's Lorenz with a 3.
Nice open shot there from Riley Lorenz. And she's been at least a 3-year starter for the Cowgirls, and she just drained that 3.
On the near side, that is Model. Model still with the ball, now gives it up. Now they work it into the far corner. Into the hands there of Kuhlmo. And Kuhlmo will cut into the paint and got rejected by the bottom of the backboard. And now a wrestling match for the ball. Jump ball. Possession now favors the Cowgirls, I believe.
Yes, you're right.
I'll stop the clock with 5:21 to go here in the first half of play.
I've always enjoyed watching Jude Held and Riley Lorenz play for the Cowgirls. Riley Lorenz, she's listed at 5'9", but she plays like she's 5'11" or 6 foot sometimes.
I've noticed that when they played the Barnesville Trojans, I noticed that exact comment. Speaking of Lorenz, that three just barely off the rim.
Oh, stolen.
And a stolen underneath, and then a block, and now we got some exciting action as it finally goes out of bounds, stopping the clock with 5 minutes to go.
Nice block shot under there. I think that was DeVillers that blocked the shot. And then Sam Pithy came back and tried to get the ball back and steal it from behind, but she stepped out of bounds again. So checking in is Krista Hobiger for the Lady Huskies, and Kumo sits down.
Inbounds pass from the baseline here for the Cowgirls. They get it right
Nice
in there for
play.
Jude Held.
Nice inbound play there by the Cowgirls as Held breaks up along the right side of the lane, and nice inbounds pass for an easy 2.
Back the other way. Little bit of roughness there, but no call. And now the Huskies will get a chance to trim away at that lead. Right now they trail by 5. So they put it into the hands of DeVillers. DeVillers will push it into the corner and then get it right back. That is DeVries. Now back to DeVillers. DeVillers will put it into the hand there. Pithy. Pithy back up top to, that is Hobiger, right?
Hobiger, yep.
Yeah. Making sure I pronounced that one right.
Yep, Krista Hobiger.
Once again, the Cowgirls playing some decent donut defense. Meant to say decent zone defense there. Must be a little bit hungry. I don't know.
Must be. Yeah, you're thinking of something. The 2 leading scorers for the Lady Huskies sitting on the bench right now, and I'm sure Coach Watson wants to keep them there. And if he can keep this lead to single digits going into the halftime, he'll be happy.
There's Konzemius. She'll power away to the bucket and off the glass and in.
Nice move there by Grace Konzemius to get that 2. Emily DeVries is used to playing against the big girls in the EDC, so that's nothing new for her there. She's had to power up against a lot of those bigger girls.
Huskies will push it into the corner. Well, they'll work it back up top for DeVillers. Looks to the corner, now drives in towards the top of the key. Now they do get the ball into the corner. Driving to the paint, high post, top of the key, into the hands there, DeVries. DeVries had the ball poked away, ended up into the hands there of Model.
And you said earlier too today that there is no 30-second clock here. We're in the Minnesota rules.
They can hang on to the ball for as long as they would like. And that was a clean block out of bounds, I think.
Yep.
Or was it a foul? No, it was a clean block.
They're calling a foul over on the other side.
Far side official said it's a foul, so we'll go with that.
Yeah, I guess so. That was on Jude Helder, second.
7-point lead for the Cowgirls. Points with the clock stopped. Crucial right now, and they didn't get that one.
So Haley Kerr comes back in with 2 fouls, and then for the Lady Huskies, and then Abby Johnson back in for the Cowgirls, and I think Erickson checked in as well for the Cowgirls. Hobiger needs to get a little bit more of an arch on her free throw there, Mike.
Hobiger got it. Hobiger with the free throw, and it's 21-15 now. Just under 3 minutes to go in this one. First half of this one, I should say.
I didn't see Jordan Kaler come back in for the Lady Huskies, so he's got those 2 girls back on the court here in less than 3 minutes to go.
Abby Johnson, number 10, just gave up the ball and now puts it into the hands of Konzemius. Back to Johnson. Johnson will dribble out of the near wing and then go back around to the opposite wing, and now a whistle and a timeout called. They'll stop the clock with 2:36 to go. It's 21-15 in favor of the Cowgirls, and we'll be back after this short timeout. Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. All right, welcome back. 2:36 to go here in the first half of play. Breckenridge basketball after the timeout. And the inbounds pass will come into Abby Johnson.
Lady Huskies went to a kind of a 2-3 trap zone defense here to try and keep those two girls out of foul trouble.
They're working in the corner for Lorenz. Lorenz getting harassed there in the corner, and she'll pop it back out top. Maybe thought about the shot, works it to Consemius. Now into the corner, Lorenz for 3 out the front of the rim won't go. Loose ball comes back to the Cowgirls. Cowgirls will reset. Abby Johnson up top, wait for her teammates to come back. Needs a little bit of help, gets it to Consemius. Now back to Johnson here on the near wing. 21-15, just under 2 minutes to go. Bounce pass. They tried to get it into Snowball, but it was off her fingertips and out of bounds back to the Huskies.
Again, good defense there by Sam Pithy, denying the pass and made a bad angle on the throw and went out of bounds.
Hopperger will bring the ball over the timeline here for the Huskies. She picks up her dribble, puts it into the hands there of Kerr. Kerr will get it back.
Lady Huskies being patient now, Mike. Without a 30-second clock, they can take their time here.
That's one. Would you consider that an advantage or a disadvantage for Wahpeton, not having a shot, worry about a shot clock?
I think they're used to playing at a higher pace, you know, and it's rare. I've seen the Lady Huskies get in trouble when they get a lead and then they try to kill some clock and then they get a bad shot at the end of that 30-second shot there. That foul was on Riley Lorenz.
I believe that is her first.
It is. Kaler at the line sinks her first one. And Model checks back in for the Huskies as Emily DeVries checks in as well. De Villers and Kerr go out.
21-16.
Oh,
Kaler missed that one.
78% free throw shooter. I didn't say it that time, Mike.
4 of 6.
There's a charge. Riley picks up her second personal foul there, Mike. Just that quick. She put her shoulder down and ran right into Sam Pithy, and Sam's pretty good at taking that charge. She draws a lot of personal offensive charge calls. Kerr comes back in now for offense. Kumo in also for the Lady Huskies.
78% shooter. At the moment, she's shooting 67%. She is 4 of 6 from the line.
I jinxed her on that one.
We'll let that one slide there, Joe. Driving the baseline, up and off the glass. That was a nice bucket there.
Lydia Model took to the baseline, put up a little 6-footer from the side and went right in. Lydia likes to penetrate a lot too. Oh, and then an errant pass there by Snowball. Goes out of bounds intended for Consemius.
I'll stop the clock with 43 seconds to go here in the first half. It's been a good first half for these two games.
Sorry, Mike. Kaler comes back in now for the offensive side of the ball, and Hobbiger goes to sit down.
And the inbounds pass will come up towards the far sideline here with 41 seconds to go as they cross the timeline. With the basketball is Model, and a couple passes later over on the far wing. They'll work it back up top into the hands of Kaler. Kaler will give it to Model. Model will dish it back up top.
20 seconds.
31 is, what's their name again?
31 is Kumo.
Kumo, gotcha. 10 seconds to go on this one. Huskies looking to possibly hold for the final shot here. Three-pointer on the way. In and out. Rebound at the buzzer. Oh, it rolled off.
Wow.
Oh, a tough break there. And
did Riley Lorenz pick up her third on that one?
It looks like they are going to call a foul.
Who did they call that on? Yeah, she's going to go to the line for 2. Well, they're discussing it now, Mike.
Abby Johnson picks up her second if the discussion holds.
I know Riley Lorenz was in the area, but they did call it on Abby.
So there's officially no time on the clock here, but it looks like we will have free throws.
Yeah, she'll get 2 shots out of it. They're putting 0.2 of a second back on the clock, Mike.
0.2. On your screen, that's 0.0 because we don't have the 0.2 part of it available for us. I should talk to my software guy about that.
I've got Emily's stats here on her free throw shooting, but I'm not going to say them.
You don't want to jinx them again?
No. Oh,
1 for 2, and that will end it. 21-19 at halftime in favor of the Cowgirls. It's a good one, wouldn't you agree?
That is a very good one. Yeah, we expected that at the beginning of the show.
And that's what you said, and well, no disappointment so far for either of these two teams. We're 2-point difference at half. We'll see how this one plays out. When we come back, we'll give you we do have unofficial scoring today, but we'll give you the best scoring updates that we have for you. And we'll be back in a few minutes here with your halftime show on the Andy Sports Channel. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. Since October 17, 2017, the Magnitude Sports Media Network has brought you over 550 games and a grand total of 115,000 plus viewers and listeners who have watched or listened to one of the 105 varsity, JV, or sub-varsity teams that have played in one of the 8 different sports that we have broadcasted from 40 cities and towns, including hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and swimming, with hopes of doing more in the future. Consider a donation or a sponsorship that'll give you advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you can expect. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. Thank you for being loyal viewers and supporters for the past 2 years.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Did you know that every single game on the Magnitude Sports Media Network can be watched live on your home television screen using the YouTube app? And it's easy, so very easy, with 3 very easy steps. First, log on to the YouTube app on your smart TV or another device like a PlayStation, Xbox, or 4K Blu-ray player. Then search or select Magnitude Sports Media Network, select the live feed, find your team's playlist, or browse the extensive game library and watch any of the previous games on demand 24/7 at your convenience. We'd appreciate it if you were to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/Magnitude Sports Media Network. Then tap on the bell and get email and mobile alerts every time we go on the air. On the ND Sports Channel, Minnesota Sports Station, SD Sports Vision, or Magnitude Sports Radio. Thanks so much for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
All right, welcome back. We're at halftime here. It's 21-19 in favor of the Cowgirls. Unofficial scoring. Riley Renz for the Cowgirls with 3. Jude Held leading the way with 3, 5, 7, 9. 3 more for Cameron Kaler and 2 for Grace Consemius. And I think we're missing a bucket, and that's why it's unofficial scoring. Over for the Wahpeton Huskies. They are led right now by Haley Kerr with 5. 1 for Ayana, right? Ayana,
yep.
I got it.
Yep.
Allard. 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and then same with Emily DeVries, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and then Jordan Kaler 4 of 6 for 4 points from the free throw line. Lydia Model has a couple buckets for 4, and then McKenna Coolmo with a 3-pointer with 3, and that wraps up your individual scoring for the Wahpeton Huskies. We were tied at 3-3. Breckenridge took a 5-3 lead. They hang on to that lead until we got to 12-12, and then the Huskies took a 14-12 lead. Then Breckenridge would tie it up at 14-14, and then the Cowgirls would hit a 3-pointer to make it 17-14. And they haven't given up the lead since that 17-14 lead changed, but the Huskies are right there looking to take it away. Joe, we have about 60 seconds. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, again, it was a competitive first half, and I expect that to be in the second half, too, as well. The Lady Huskies got into some foul trouble. I think the Cowgirls are getting into a little foul trouble right now. Riley Lenz got 2, but everybody's at 2 or less, so I guess it's not a big deal going into the second half unless they pick up an early foul here going in. I think the Cowgirls have been doing well defensively against Jordan Kaler. She's only gone to the line 6 times, I think, and you said she was 4 for 6 so far.
Yep.
So they've kept her off of the offensive side of things, and they've kept her out of the lane. Like I said, she likes to penetrate a lot, but Consemius is a big force in there at 6 foot.
That sounds good. Hey, this should be a good one coming in the second half. Wahpeton down 2, and we'll get the rest of the thoughts after this 2-minute timeout. We'll break down our keys for the second half as soon as the second half starts here. Back in a moment. Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Since October 17, 2017, the Magnitude Sports Media Network has brought you over 550 games and a grand total of 115,000 plus viewers and listeners who have watched or listened to one of the 105 varsity, JV, or sub-varsity teams that have played in one of the 8 different sports that we have broadcasted from 40 cities and towns, including hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and swimming, with hopes of doing more in the future. Consider a donation or a sponsorship that'll give you advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you can expect. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. Thank you for being loyal viewers and supporters for the past 2 years. All right, welcome back. 21-19, we're set for the second half. Joe, first of all, your shout-outs.
Oh, I got another shout-out here. Yeah, Christy Green and family were listening over in Breckenridge, and then the Grippentrogs, Wayne and Rhonda. So, Gripper, thanks for tuning in.
Certainly appreciate those watching, and we are glad that we are able to bring this broadcast coverage to you here as we open up the second half of play. The Wahpeton Huskies in the white jerseys going from left to right, as you see it on your screen, and Breckenridge in the green going from right to left. Huskies down 2. What do they need to do to get the lead and hold on to the lead, Joe?
Well, just hold on to the ball, I guess, would be one of the key things here for the Huskies, but they got to get Kaler involved in the offense now.
And that is Kerr. And then up top, 23. DeVries with a triple.
You know, for somebody that plays inside, she's not afraid to shoot that three-pointer, and she can drain it. She had one against Valley City the other night, too.
That is a lead change in favor of the Huskies.
And Kenzemius comes right back underneath on a nice pass. I believe that was from Kaler. She got the assist. So
Kenzemius, you said, right?
Yep, Kenzemius scored 2 on an easy bucket underneath. So lead goes right back.
23-22 now in favor of Breckenridge. Second lead change of the second half.
In this border battle, Mike, we don't have a 30-second clock here, so Minnesota rules, like you said before.
As DeVillers, and now the ball goes over to Breckenridge. To the hoop, drops it in and one, or did the basket not count? Yeah, the ref was off screen, so I didn't see it.
Kaler's saying that she never even touched the Jude held as Jude went up. In fact, Kaler didn't even want that third foul, so I believe her that she didn't even touch her. I'm not saying the referee was wrong, but I don't think Jordan would have touched her because she knew that was going to be her third foul if she did.
We'll stop the clock here with 16:37, and then we'll restart it after the missed free throw from Jude Held.
Jude Held did a nice job, though, putting the ball in the bucket.
Jude Held, had she made that free throw, would have had 10 points, would have been in the double-digit club there. 16:20 to go now as they try to work the ball inside, and there's another foul. This time it'll be on the Cowgirls. I didn't see who, though.
I think it's Jude Held, got that one, Mike.
I believe that's her third.
It is, yeah. Yep. So Held and Kaler, the 2 top players for each team, respective teams, have got 3 fouls each. Here for 3 is good.
Got it.
Haley Kerr has been picking up her three-point shooting a lot lately. She's averaging 8 points a game, but her three-point shooting in the last few games has really picked up.
That 3 gives her 8 points, and we're tied at 25 with a little over 16 to go here. 3 for Materi. How do you say that again?
Yep, Materi.
Okay, got it.
Way off the mark there.
Rebound, and now Jude Held will get fouled and go to the free throw line.
And I think it's going to be on Emily DeVries the way it looks.
What we can tell you for sure at the moment is it's team foul number 2 on the Huskies.
Nope, they gave it on Pithy.
And it'll be Sam Pithy's second.
DeVries blocked the shot, and I thought they were going to call it on her.
Jude Held, 0 for 1, now 1 for 2. And that free throw puts her in the double-digit club with 10. And the Cowgirls retake the lead at 26-25.
Nice free throw shots there. Nice form by Jude. Again, she's been playing on the varsity squad for, I think, at least 3 years. So
inbound.
Got the experience.
Inbounds pass comes to, can't see who that is.
That's Kerr.
That's Kerr, okay. Come down to the near side of the court.
Wow.
Nearly poked away.
Jude almost got her 4th foul on that one.
Work it outside, wide open, didn't pull the trigger. Now they'll throw it back up top into the hands of Kerr. Kerr will dribble back up top in between the circles and look for her teammate on the far side. Oh, and that's a travel, yep.
She was looking for Cassie DeVillers cutting into the bucket. It wasn't there, and Emily DeVries drug her pivot foot because the pass wasn't there, and she ended up turning the ball over on the travel.
According to my numbers, that is turnover number 9 for the Wahpeton Huskies in this ball game so far. I have Breckenridge down for only 7. Unless I missed one or two, but I'd say that's about accurate.
I'd say you're pretty close, yep. Oh, nice break to the bucket there, Conzemius.
Can't get it to go, though. No icing on the cake that time around. And now the ball's poked from behind and a clean poke away and another turnover for the Huskies.
Kaler had a break. She thought she was going to go to the bucket there, but I think Conzemius tipped it away.
Up top, I believe that's Jude Held. Yep, Jude Held. Playing right now with 3 fouls and 11 points.
Sometimes those ponytails get in the way of the numbers too, don't they, Mike?
Yeah, they do. I know that's Riley Lorenz. She's the only one with a ponytail with light-colored hair. So that's Riley Lorenz. 19-9-3. It's up and in. She got it.
She's not afraid to pull that trigger on that 3 if she's wide open, and she's got the nice touch.
That's her second 3 of the game. She has 6 now. 1 in the first half, 1 in the second half, and 14-20 and counting to go here. Up top, I believe that's Kaler, right?
Yep.
Kaler will dribble into the paint.
Penetration drive again.
And the whistle will stop the clock with 14:08.
Was that on Jude?
If it was,
it
it's
was.
her 4th.
It was
Yikes.
on Jude Held. Yep, she's already heading to the bench. She knew it.
So she'll get a breather on the bench for a while, and that's good news if you're a Husky fan. Would you agree?
For her scoring points, yes. Takes a point scorer out of the way, and Emma Elin checks in for her.
Emma Elin, number 5. Emma is a 5'6" senior this year for the Cowgirls. And the free throw's off and out of bounds.
Yep. Off the hands, I believe, off of Kaler's hands.
So the Huskies within 4 as they go 1 of 2 from the free throw line there.
They'll set this out of bounds up for Kaler. There she is on the wing. Good defense there by the Cowgirls, though they had to bring it back out and set it up again.
So Kerr up top. Now they'll work it over into the far corner. Back inside. Kerr at the baseline. Flings it up top. Now Kaler.
All the years I've watched the Lady Huskies, I don't think DeVillers has ever shot a 3-point shot.
Really?
Yep.
That's an interesting stat. It could be, we like to keep track of firsts that happen on our station here. And well, mental note made now.
She was wide open earlier and she didn't take it. Almost a travel.
That'll be another travel, yeah. Stops the clock with 13:31 to go here.
Again, another turnover, empty possession there for the Lady Huskies. That's what happened the other night in the Valley City game. They lost that one 55-51, and I talked to Coach Watson after the game, and that's what we talked about was too many empty possessions.
Terry fires it over to, I think that's Eland who has the ball over on the far
Correct.
side. And now they push it in the corner back up top to Terry. Now they look inside to the paint. That's Conzemius. Got it off the glass.
She rolled around DeVries and got around, got the angle, and put it up for 2.
13:05 and counting now. Cowgirl lead extends to 6. Once again, the boys' game coming up after the conclusion of this one within about 15-20 minutes after the end of this one.
A reach foul there on Carcy Materi.
Team's 3rd for the Cowgirls, and Materi, I believe that's her 2nd. Oh,
And
it's her 3rd.
Kulmo is going to come in here for the Lady Huskies, and Kaler's going to sit down with 3 fouls.
Kulmo enters the action with 3 points and no fouls, unless I forgot to write one down. 12:50 to go as they work it into the hands of DeVillers. DeVillers will get it to Kaler. He'll swing it around far side. 3 on the way and in. Nice job.
Again, Haley Kerr, if she's open for that 3, she's going to pop that one, Mike, and she had a wide open look at it from the far wing.
She has 11 points, 9 of them from behind the 3-point arc as Materi has it up. Now gets it to Conzemius at the free throw line. Pops it out. Riley Lorenz for 3. A little too strong on that one. And the DeVillers, I believe, is the one who pulled down the rebound, and that was indeed the case.
That's correct.
Substitutions pending for Breckenridge at the next break in action here.
Haley Kerr's 3-point bucket cut the lead in half, so the Cowgirls lead by 3.
And now that is Kulmo. Cuomo picks up her dribble at the high post, pops it back out top, now onto the near wing, and they work it back over to the far side. Up top for DeVillers. DeVillers now to Kerr. Kerr will circle back up top. Into the corner, I think that's DeVillers.
It is. She had that wide open three again, but didn't take it.
And they tried to feed it to DeVillers inside, and the ball got poked loose. Now Breckenridge has an opportunity here to extend that lead. Outside, and Elin for three. Missed it to the right side of the hoop, out of bounds, and they'll stop the clock with 11:25 to go here in the second half.
So I think we got Abby Johnson checking in for the Cowgirls, and we also got, I believe that's Erickson checking back in for the Cowgirls. So Materi goes out, and I believe Riley Lorenz went down for rest too. Weren't quite ready yet.
Not quite ready yet on that one.
Now we're going to get Jalen Romerheim in for DeVries. Going to give DeVries a little breather. Jalen seeing her first action here tonight.
So Anna Erickson, and who is the other one for Breckenridge?
Abby Johnson.
Gotcha.
Jalen Romerheim comes in and gives DeVillers and or DeVries a rest every once in a while.
That's Romerheim, number 2 with the ball, just passed it away. And that's Kaler with the purple shoes. I got to remember that.
Romerheim will put her up. Oh,
Romerheim got blocked. 11 minutes to go in the second half.
Nice block there by Cameron Kaler as Romerheim was driving into the bucket.
3-point lead as the Huskies will keep it. Gets it back into Kazemius, and she'll get the bucket in.
Nice play there. Kazemius tried to find underneath. She tried to find Kaler, and Kaler couldn't quite control it. She tipped it right back into the hands of Kazemius and put it in for 2.
2 shy of the double-digit club for Kazemius. She has 8 now with 10:30 and counting to go. And it's a 5-point lead for the Cowgirls. As they work it back up top, DeVillers back into the hands of Kerr. Kerr fires it, I believe that was Cuomo, and Cuomo would go into the paint and score off the glass. There we go.
As you saw her in the JV game, Mike, she does a lot of penetration drives up the middle, and she got that one off the right side. So she'll do that all the time. She'll either draw the foul or put it in the hole.
Back to a 3-point deficit for the Huskies, but Kazemius outside, and that is Johnson, I believe.
Yes, it was.
For the triple.
Nice shot there by Abby Johnson from the near wing here to get that 3 and put the lead back up to 6.
As soon as the Huskies get close, the Cowgirls make it a little bit more frustrating. Back up top now, Cuomo. Cuomo will get it to DeVillers. DeVillers up top for, can't quite see who that is.
Romerheim,
that was Romerheim, yep. Back to the baseline here, outside, and I think her foot was on the line. Long 2.
Long 2, yep.
Yep, that is indeed a 2.
She just needed that step back 3, Mike, but she didn't quite have it. But again, from the side there, Haley Kerr, a hot shot there for the Lady Huskies so far.
That basket gives her 13 on the afternoon, and that is one player in double digits. And as you said in our pregame show, if they get 2 more there, they might be in a good position, because right now they're still in a good position. It's manageable, 4-point difference.
I think we had a jump ball underneath there, and that possession arrow pointed toward the Huskies. So Model comes in, and DeVries came back in for the Lady Huskies. And here comes Hobiger in for Haley Kerr. Get their last breather before the last stretch here, Mike.
9:06 to go.
Coach Emdeck over on the other side there, up shouting directions for the Cowgirls.
These Cowgirls put a little pressure in the backcourt there. No problem this time around for the Huskies. And a foul on the way to the hoop. That will put, I believe that's Hobiger who's going to go to the line.
Hobiger, yep.
Hobiger.
And that's going to be a foul on Abby Johnson. That's her 3rd.
Abby Johnson picks up her 3rd for all team 4th.
So Krista Hobiger in. She's gets some JV time, but she's also getting some time on the varsity here for the Lady Huskies.
First free throw, a little bit off the mark there. She was perfect prior to that miss in the game from the free throw line. See if she can rebound and put this one in. And that's exactly what she'll do. Clock will restart. And now the Huskies put one man in the back, one lady, I should say, in the backcourt for pressure, but no problem for the Cowgirls. They'll get it in. I believe that's Snowball, and Snowball off the glass and in.
She backed in. Jalen Romerheim backed her in, and she just put it up off the glass from about 5 feet and rolled it in. comes Habiger down on the fast break, but she's going to pull it back out, Mike.
And up top into the hands there of Kuhlmo. I think she had different color shoes in the JV game.
She might have, yeah. She might have.
And that'll be, that was inside the circle, so that'll be a defensive foul, even if it wasn't.
So that's on Snowball. Going to send Emily DeVries to the line for 2.
That will be her first team.
Okay, I'm going to take a chance here, Mike. She's 69% free throw shooter on the year. Oof. Got that one.
All right, now you redeemed yourself. At the line, once again, that's Emily DeVries.
So Riley Lorenz comes back in for the Cowgirls, Mike. She's got 4, I think, right? 4 personal fouls?
4 personal fouls, so 8 minutes to go, and she makes 2.
She makes 2, so we got a 1-possession game again.
8:19 to go. Once again, Riley Lorenz in the action with 4 fouls. And only 3 points because of those 4 fouls. Circling around there was Johnson. Outside, Snowball for a long 2, I believe. I don't think it was a 3. And rebound underneath, and off the glass, Johnson gets it in.
Nice rebound there for Abby Johnson on the offensive rebound, and she got the roll and put it in for 2.
Kuhlmo bringing it over the timeline, now gives it up. They'll work it near side here for Romerine. There we go.
Romerine, yeah.
Kuhlmo and handed it off, and now Romerine for 3.
Ooh,
a
short.
little short on that one.
Good hustle by Habiger.
And
rebound. And we got a quick timeout there by Watson.
Save the possession for the Huskies, and that will bring us to the 7:31 mark of the second half. 41-36. Cowgirls up by 5. Huskies will talk it over, and we'll let them after this 30-second timeout. Be right back.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
All right, 7.5 to go in this one here.
Nice crowd here so far, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. They
filing in.
More people here than I expected to see, to be honest. Huskies with the basketball here, trailing by 5. They need a basket here would be crucial to help cut that lead and help keep them in this one. And I believe that might be a travel, a double dribble. That's what it is. So that is turnover number 15, according to my numbers for the Huskies.
Yeah, Haley Kerr acted like, and there's a bad pass off the hands of Abby Johnson going out of bounds. So we'll be right back to the Huskies. Haley Kerr thought on that turnover that she thought that Abby Johnson tipped it away from her. And she didn't, so she just picked it up and started dribbling again. The referee didn't see it the same way Haley did.
That turnover for Breckenridge goes into the books as number 11. And an inbounds pass from the baseline here for the Huskies.
And they'll be looking for Kaler on this inbounds. She's covered up pretty good there by Riley Lorenz.
And that was a foul on
That's
Lorenz.
Abby.
Wait.
I think that's on Abby, isn't it?
Oh, yep, Abby, yep.
Yeah,
that would be her for it.
She's heading to the bench.
So Jude Held, I'm sorry, has the 4 fouls. I was thinking Lorenz had the 4 fouls, but I think she only has 1.
Yeah, Carsey Materi came back in for her.
And
Carsey Materi picks it up right away.
On Materi, that's her 4. So now the Cowgirls have 3 players with 4 fouls.
So it puts the Lady Huskies into the 1-on-1 situation. They were trying to inbounds it late. It was getting late, and they found Jordan Kaler breaking open. She got it in, and then Carsey Materi reached in and got the foul, and now Emma Elin comes in for her.
Kaler at the free throw line has only missed 2. She's made 4. And now missed that one. So it's 1-1. She had to make one to get a second one, and that was tipped out of bounds by who?
I think it was not. It was just a bad pass. I didn't see anybody tip it, Mike.
Kaler was covered up by our scoreboard there.
Yep.
Once again, folks, in case you're curious, I'm watching on the monitor because it's hard to see those jersey numbers looking at the court. And nice pass. That was Kaler inside, DeVries inside, excuse me.
And I think that was a foul on Cameron Kaler. Coach Emdeck standing, and he says, hold your hands straight up, and the referee says, no, she wasn't.
So that'll put DeVries at the free throw line. That's 18 fouls on the Cowgirls now. And DeVries gets the Huskies one closer.
Lady Huskies only with 2 team fouls here in the second half.
DeVries with 6 points. And it'll stay that way. But an offensive rebound on the missed shot, and that one almost went in. Almost, but a defensive board there for the Cowgirls. Ooh.
Nice,
that'll be a foul on the
nice screen there set up by Erickson, and she drew the charge foul, or not charge foul, but Model didn't see her and just ran right into her. So Model picks up that foul. Oh, nice deflection there by Jordan Kaler, but it goes off her hands out of bounds. So Lady Huskies sitting with 3 team fouls, Mike. That could come in key here late in the game if the Lady Huskies have to make any fouls to try and get the ball back.
Definitely. Ball goes into the backcourt. And, if there's one good thing about this, I'm getting a lot of practice starting and stopping the clock.
That's tipped out of bounds. Nice defensive play by Model there. And we got a timeout by Coach Emdeck.
All right, well, the clock will remain stopped for the moment. At least 30 seconds or more. We'll be back in 30 seconds right after this. Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you. And selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber, but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. All right. Cowgirls with a 4-point lead and the basketball right now. They have 3 players with 4 fouls, so at the moment, don't think any of those players are on the court. I'll have to double check.
Riley Lorenz is back on the court for
Riley
the
Lorenz
Cowgirls.
is back on the court, okay?
Oh, Kazemius threw it away.
Passed it out of bounds.
Kazemius was looking for help over in the corner because she was falling out of bounds, and there was nobody over there as she tried to get rid of the ball. She thought somebody'd be in the corner, and it wasn't going to happen. That
turnover by Breckenridge now evens up the 2 teams at 15 turnovers apiece.
The very first game of the year, the Lady Huskies had 30 turnovers against Valley City.
Wow, that's almost a record. Called the game between Central Cass. I can't remember who they were playing, but there was 52 turnovers in that game.
Oh my! Yeah,
that was a lot of turnovers.
Nice dribble move there by Riley, and she finds for the open look at a 3, but underneath.
And Kazemius will get fouled.
DeVillers is going to pick that one up. Cassie knew that, and she just a frustration foul, I think, there, Mike, when she just turned around and Kazemius was right there to got the rebound put back, and frustration foul from Cassie.
At the free throw line, missed it. That was Ponytails covering up. Who's at the line there, Joe? Do you know?
That's Kazemius.
Okay, gotcha. And she'll make the second one.
On the bottom of the net on that one, did Grace. Token pressure here by the Cowgirls.
6 minutes to go. It's a close one.
Again, for those just tuning in, Minnesota rules, so there is no shot clock.
On the near wing here, it's DeVillers. DeVillers will pass it in. Now back out to the near wing. That is Model. Getting it back to Kerr. Kerr, your leading scorer at the moment here for the Huskies.
Cassie going to drive.
And Kazemius will pick up a foul there.
Cassie had an open look at the lane there, Mike, so she decided to take it. And she went in and penetrated and drew the foul on Grace Kazemius. That's Grace's only second personal here with 5.5 to go.
42-37 is our score. And it'll stay that way for the moment, as DeVillers will miss her first free throw attempt of the evening.
And Sam Pithy checks back in for Model. Villers is a 57% free throw shooter, being she missed the first one. I'll take a chance, and maybe I'm going to jinx her back the other way. on her second free throw.
And you do, and you did. An awesome job.
Timeout by Watson. Full timeout for Watson.
Full timeout. That'll give us a breather. We're back in 60 seconds on the ND Sports Channel.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the light's on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor.
All right, coming back out of that break a little bit earlier, it was initially a full timeout, but then they changed their mind, made it a 30-second timeout.
Oh.
Turned into about a 40-second timeout. No kick called there as Materi picks up the loose ball in the backcourt, brings it over the timeline, and a collision there on the near sideline.
Sam Pithy's going to draw the foul on that one. Sam's the defensive specialist for the Lady Huskies. She does a lot of that kind of work for the Lady Huskies. She'll draw the charge fouls underneath too.
Pithy is her third. 5:14 and counting to go. That is Riley Lorenz. Lorenz pivoting around at the high post, pops it out to the far wing. Now they work it down low for Conzemius. Conzemius against the double team. Lorenz for three. In and out won't go. Rebound comes down into the hands of Jordan Kaler. Kaler will bring it, unless she passes it away. I don't.
Yep.
Threes on the way. Oh, a little bit off the mark. DeVillers chasing after the rebound there. On a knee, and she should have started dribbling there, and she would have saved the possession, but since she got up, that counts as 2 steps and a travel.
Coach Watson doesn't agree with the call, and it was right in front of them, so they both had a good look. The referee was standing right there, too. They both they disagreed on that call. I don't think that's the first time Coach Watson's disagreed with the referee.
From my vantage point, it certainly looked like the right call from the official in my vantage point. So
Jude Hell going to penetrate all the way here. She got the charge. There's Sam Pithy picking up the charge, just like I said she would. So that's Jude's 5th, isn't it?
Double bonus and 5 for Jude Held. She goes out with 4:40 to go in the ball game.
So Jude Held, again, a good ball player for the Cowgirls. She finished in double digits, didn't she?
With 11, yeah.
11, yep.
Scored 9 of those 11 in the first half.
That's a key fouler for the Lady Huskies. Again, Sam Pithy taking that charge down underneath.
So double bonus for the remaining 4.5 here for the Huskies. Every time the Cowgirls foul, Huskies go to the line to shoot 2.
So key possession here, 4 points. They trail by 4 points here. So key possession for both teams when they get the ball now here with just over 4 minutes to go, Mike.
DeVillers over on the far side, works it up top into the hands of DeVries. DeVries now for 3 from Kerr. Off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound goes down into the hands of Cameron Kaler. And here comes Riley Lorenz. Far side, going towards the hoop, lost the dribble.
She lost the handle. Sorry, Mike, I picked up on you there. Sorry, she lost the handle. And she had it going down that way, and she just lost the dribble going that way.
Inbounds pass will come into the hands of Jordan Kaler. Kaler will bring it over the timeline. Pop it near side for DeVillers. DeVillers looking to the corner and moves it back up top for Pithy, and a couple passes later, it's in the far corner.
And Riley Lorenz doing a great job shutting the ball down from Kaler. Kaler is the Huskies' leading scorer. Now they find her breaking to the bucket.
And that one's a little bit too strong, but an offensive rebound ends up in the hands of Haley Kerr, and they'll reset.
Again, with 3.5 to go, Lady Huskies trying to get Kaler involved.
Kaler dribbling back and forth, near wing to far wing, and now a timeout called by Wahpeton. Stops the clock with 3:20 to go, 42-38. It's a 4-point game.
Now he said it's a full timeout.
And now it's a full timeout. So Well, let's take a 30-second timeout just in case. Back in a moment.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed, someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. 3:19 to go here, 42-38. Haley Kerr leading the way for the Huskies with a total of 13 points. Your next closest scorer is McKenna Cuomo with 5. Everybody else has 4 or less for the Huskies.
Again, a good job by the Cowgirls shutting down Jordan Kaler, the leading scorer for the Huskies, averaging over 20 points a game.
Inbounds pass will come into DeVillers, and DeVillers will give it right there to Haley Kerr, the leading scorer right now for the Huskies. I think that's DeVillers down low there. She makes a move into the paint, too strong. Consemius with the rebound, and back the other way now comes the Cowgirls. Just over 3 minutes to go. A little spin move there by Materi. She'll get around the defender and then fire it near or far wing. Can't quite tell who that is.
That was Elin.
It was Elin. Now Riley Lorenz looks near side. Hand is off to Elin. Elin gets around Kerr, at least for the moment she did. And they'll work it down low, and a whistle will stop the clock with 2:40.
Timeout. Coach Emdeck didn't like how Emma Elin was all tied up there, and I think she was getting close to the 5-second call, Mike. And Coach Emdeck took the timeout.
2:40 to go. We'll keep it right here for this timeout. I want to thank our sponsors, including the Wahpeton All-Sport Booster Club, as well as Wahpeton High School families for pitching in their support to make these broadcasts possible today. 3 of 4 to 2.5 and 2 3/4 of 4 completed right now. Did you like the math on that one
man,
there?
you're quick on your feet.
Cowgirls lead by 4, 42-38. The Huskies have been hanging in there. And you've touched on it once or twice, but now we have an opportunity. Why don't you recap what do the Huskies need to do to get back into this one?
Well, I'm sure right now Coach Watson's over there drawing up some sort of offensive way to get Jordan Kaler involved in the scoring. Jordan's probably going to get the ball, penetration drive kind of things, or look for Haley Kerr to shoot that open 3. Because Haley's had the hot hand. She's just been a little bit short. I think she's getting a little tired on some of her 3-pointers. She's just got to realize that she's got to put a little more oomph in her 3-point shots for the Huskies. I think the Cowgirls are going to see a little bit more involvement from Consemius, I think.
So instead of a baseline inbounds pass, it'll come from in front of the Cowgirls bench. Getting into Riley Lorenz up top. Lorenz will get a screen and a foul.
Kaler picks up her 4th.
And with only 4 points and 4 fouls, that's not good news for the Huskies.
Yeah, she averages over 20 in the EDC, and Riley Lorenz has really done a great job of shutting Jordan down.
So Consemius will get the inbounds pass. One dribble, hands it off to Lorenz. Lorenz fakes left, goes right. Tries to get around DeVeers, down to the hoop on the baseline, and the shot's a little short. Ball will go out of bounds and stay with the Cowgirls.
I think Cassie thought it was off the hands of Riley Lorenz, and so she protected Riley Lorenz from going to get the ball, but it was off of Cassie's hands.
Tough break there for the Huskies as they trail by 4 and need to get the ball back. Time is running out. Not impossible, but that certainly didn't help things.
Left side of the lane wide open, Mike, for Consemius for an easy 2.
Consemius now has 9 points here in the second half, 11 overall.
Lady Huskies now, it's going to be a big
3-pointer on the way. Oh, I thought that was going in, but it bounced off the back of the rim, and a rebound there for Cameron Kaler. A couple passes later, they get it up to Lorenz, and she's going towards the hoop. Up and in.
Extends the lead to 8 now. Lady Huskies really got to get points on this possession.
Riley Lorenz with 8 points on that last bucket. They'll get it into the hands of Kaler, who's playing with 4 fouls.
There's her penetration, but she dished it off there, Mike. Here she's going to try it again.
Kaler to the hoop. Too strong, rolls off the rim. Consemius with the rebound. 90 seconds.
Kaler and Lorenz are having a little discussion over there. I don't know if Jordan Kaler thought Lorenz bumped her on that one and they were talking about it, but there was a little bit of discussion.
Bounce pass. Nobody there. Kenzemius will get fouled.
Frustration foul there, I believe, and that was on Cassie DeVillers.
I believe that's her second, and it is. Team foul number 7, so now the Cowgirls are a 1-1 bonus.
So an 8-point lead now. Kenzemius looking to make it 10 here with a couple of free throws.
And she'll miss the first one. Of course, the 1-1 bonus would be if that wasn't in the act of shooting. This one happened to be, so it's 2 shots automatically.
Coach Watson going to put Ayanna Allard back in for 3-point shooting capabilities. Sam Pithy's going to go sit down now. So with Kaler, and Allard, and DeVries, sometimes he's got 3-point shooters in.
We'll see how that works out for the Huskies here, and she missed both, so good news if you're a Huskies fan.
Dribble behind the back by Jordan Kaler. There's her penetration drive, and she drew the foul. So again, like you've said all day long, Mike, scoring points with the clock stopped.
That's going to be big. It's always big at any point in the game, but especially now with 1:05 to go, and you're down by almost by 8.
Lorenz picked up the foul there. That's her third. And Kaler, normally a really good free throw shooter, she missed another one here today. I think she's, what, 4 for 7 or 8?
She is 4.
She missed the second one too. DeVillers on the rebound.
4 of 8.
She dished it out to Model. Model missed the 3-point, and the Cowgirls rebound with under a minute to play.
And a foul in the backcourt will stop the clock with 55 seconds to go.
Haley Kerr on the reach. It's going to put the Cowgirls.
That's her third, right?
Yep. And that's going to put the Cowgirls at the line for the bonus. And Ayanna Ellard comes back in as a 3-point shooter. Model sits down.
Kaler at the free throw line, I believe, and they missed it. So the Huskies, down by 8, need a couple of baskets quick here. Outside, DeVillers was wide open, didn't pull the trigger. And now they will pull the trigger from the corner, and off the back iron it won't go. Rebound to Eland, and another, was that a foul or did it go out of bounds?
She reached and knocked it out of bounds, so it's off at Haley Kerr's hands. Model checks back in for defensive purposes. Allard sits down.
36.4 seconds to go, and
Model will fall right away.
That'll bring us down to 34 seconds, and we'll march down to the other end for free throws.
And here comes Allard back in as a 3-point shooter. Model sits down. And Carsey Materi gonna try and get the front end of the bonus.
First free throw of the day from Materi, and she knocks it down.
Kind of surprised the Cowgirls got girls underneath for a rebound, but
both of them back to back.
They take off the man-to-man pressure.
30 seconds to go in this one. Down 10, 3-pointers up. Too strong, and if it wasn't sealed before, that rebound will seal it for the Cowgirls, and that foul will stop the clock with 21.5 seconds to go.
So Haley Kerr reached in to try and stop the clock and give the Huskies the ball back here with 21.5 seconds to go. So it's going to be Emma Eland at the line shooting. Double bonus now, Mike.
Both teams with 10 fouls. Eland's free throw off the mark. That was her first attempt from the free throw line tonight.
Both teams for the boys are out there getting ready to take the court here. We got the boys game coming up.
The second one's in. Eland 1 for 2 on that trip to the line, and we're about 20 seconds away from the conclusion of this one here. 3-pointer on the way, and that's a little bit short. DeVeers with the rebound, and now they'll get it back out. Try another 3, far wing, and that one's off the mark. And with 7 seconds to go, that will pretty much wrap it up. And your final score, 49-38 in favor of the Cowgirls. We'll do a quick abbreviated post-game show and get you ready for the boys' game. Jordan Kaler ended the night with 4 points. And Lydia Model into the night with 4 points. McKenna Coolmo with 5 points. Other scorers include Emily DeVeers with 6, 1 for Ayana Allard, 2 for Krista Hobbiger, and 13 leading the way for the Huskies, Haley Kerr. Over for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, Emma Elin with 1, Abby Johnson with 5, all 5 scored in the second half. Riley Lorenz had 3 in the first, 5 more in the second for a total of 8. Jude Held fell out with 4:40 to go in the second half, had 11 points on the evening. Cameron Kaler with 3 points. Carcy Materi at 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Grace Konzemius had a big second half, scoring 9 of her 11 in the second half, including 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. And then Michaela Snowball added a bucket early in the second half. And that wraps up your individual scoring. Player of the game nominees here. It's kind of hard. It's kind of even between about three players. Riley Lorenz, Jude Held, and Grace Konzemius would be the nominees. And what would you say the winner is?
You know what? Grace had a good game too, as did Jude Held. Jude Held always plays well for him. But I tell you what, the defensive job that Riley Lorenz did on Jordan Kaler tonight, allowing only 4 points from the offensive side for Jordan, and they were all free throws. Just the defensive efforts there by Riley Lorenz, I'd almost got to lean toward her, Mike.
Yeah, and I would agree with you there. There's no doubt about that one. So we'll go with Riley Lorenz as our player of the game. That's going to wrap up the girls' game. We'll take about a 5 or so minute break. We're about 19 minutes away from the tip of the boys' game. So we'll take a 5 or so minute break and be back with a pregame show for the boys here right after this. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, including the Wahpeton All-Sport Booster Club and Wahpeton Husky families, for your support of making these broadcasts possible. Final score one more time, 49-38, back with the boys game in about 5 minutes here on the ND Sports Channel.